Is no longer a news after Tinubu's Counsel decided to deny the fact that Bola Ahmed Tinubu forfeited over $460,000 related or linked to money laundering and drug trafficking. Tinubu's criminal cases has now been confirmed by the FBI, immigration of the US. Now, a lot has happened lately, and of course, one of the biggest journalists, which is David Hundeyin, who has been so famous for his constant reflections on what has been happening lately and what has been happening throughout the Tinubu's case. It seems the guy just took it to himself that he's going to expose Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has helped to review the impact and the negativity standing in the names of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, Tinubu's criminal cases immigration record till 2026 due to unusual circumstances. We can't release it. FBI has finally stated why they can't release Tinubu's criminal record. Now, President Bola Tinubu's criminal and immigration record in possession of the United States won't be released till 2026, authorities said in court documents seen by People's Gazette. The US State Department and Federal Bureau of Investigation cited unusual circumstances for denying to release the records to the public. Following a Freedom of Information request, the US authorities said even if they were to release the records, it would be at least until January 2026 before they could do so. A civil lawsuit has now been filed over the matter before Judge Beryl Howell of the United States District Court for the District of Columbia in Washington, D.C. Aaron Greenspan, an American public disclosure activist, has filed a request to the FBI, State Department, Department of Treasury, and Drug Enforcement Administration, among federal and local agencies, seeking an urgent release of Mr. Tinubu's immigration and criminal record. The Tinubu's counsel can deny as much as they want to deny, but gradually the cases is getting interesting. If they are trying to make justices to begin to resign because they try to manipulate whatever they are going to manipulate, let them know that it's already late. Peter B is out, his team is out, and Nigerians are out. You see, it gets to a point when one gets tired of this kind of system, and when they push you to the wall, you need to bounce back. And when you bounce back, it is very good that you bounce well so that the person you are bouncing at will understand that you are tired of the system they have put in place. Nigerians are tired and Nigerians are now focusing in the court. Now, the feeling came as Mr. Tinubu maintained in court that he did not commit any crime during his decade-long residence in the US. Mr. Tinubu also asserted ownership of his identity, despite strong indications he might have changed names and education records in the past. Mr. Tinubu's real identity and education record contain omissions and contradictions that he has not explained to the public. For instance, the Nigerian president has said under oath to the Electoral Office (INEC) while seeking to be Lagos governor in 1999 that he attended the prestigious University of Chicago. The university has since disowned Mr. Tinubu. Just imagine. Tinubu was lying that he has attended University of Chicago, the prestigious University of Chicago, and the university has since disowned Mr. Tinubu. Another American school, Chicago State University, confirmed Bola Ahmed Tinubu attended the school but did not say whether it was the Nigerian president. Documents from the school show that a person bearing Bola Tinubu who attended the school in the 1970s was a female, a woman who is bearing Bola Tinubu. A lot of controversial accusations are really surrounding the president of Nigeria, and you do not understand. For those of you who are supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu, do not understand the calamity that this thing will continue to cause to Nigerians and those who try to fly by Nigerian passport. Strong calamity. Mr. Tinubu, in the other hand, also stated under oath in 1999 that he attended primary and secondary schools in Lagos and Ibadan in the 1950s and 1960s, but he embellished those assertions from his latest INEC application from ahead of this year general election in February. He did not explain why he removed the claims, although there was no evidence that the primary school he said he attended ever existed in Nigeria. Mr. Tinubu, 71, was named as a launderer of proceeds of drug trafficking in the US. Court document in 1993, he forfeited $460,000 at that time. Well explained. We see a president of a nation who is filled with so much lies, demonic lies that surrounds this man, unprinted lies. Today, FBI is now confirming it. Should I say thank God that FBI is not EFCC? If not, Tinubu would have bribed them off. Now, the records forms a key part of an ongoing challenge to Mr. Tinubu's election as president of Nigeria before a tribunal hearing election petition in Abuja. This prompted Mr. Greenspan, who runs Plain Sight, a website that hosts files from American courts and institutions, to file multiple requests to US authorities in possession of documents that could help clarify some of the crucial questions upsetting Nigerian minds. The State Department is believed to have records of whatever or not the person who applied for a US visa and traveled as Bola Tinubu in the 1970s in the same person running Nigeria today. The FBI could throw more light on how Mr. Tinubu became involved in drugs in the US and other criminal charges that he might have faced but which were not in public records. This office will not be able to respond within the 20 days provided by the statute due to unusual circumstances, and yet FBI has refused to tell us what circumstances they are talking about. The State Department said in a May 15, 2023, letter to Mr. Greenspan, that they cannot provide the document because of unusual circumstances. Has Tinubu done what he knows how to do best? Bribing. Previously, on August 4, 2022, the FBI sent a message to Mr. Greenspan saying, please be advised that unusual circumstances apply to the processing of your request. But on March 2022, 2023, the FBI said it would try to release all documents relating to Mr. Tinubu in its possession, but not until January 2026. They want to give Tinubu more time to rule Nigeria at the earliest. Other agencies, including the Department of Treasury, Internal Revenue Service, and the Drug Enforcement Administration, also said they wouldn't release the document on same grounds. Now, I would want to know why they are withholding something that will help Nigerians to abate a demonic leadership and some kind of darkness that will want to invade the country in no time. The FBI also said Mr. Greenspan failed to demonstrate that the requested information is in the public interest because it is likely to contribute significantly to public understanding of the operation and activities of the government. But the activist promptly responded by detailing how Mr. Tinubu's drug forfeiture case in Chicago drew the most eyes to his organization website over the past year. The website has over 15 million records. All the agencies have now been summoned to appear in court to show cause why records relating to a Nigerian president were deemed unusual and inconsequential to be released to the public. On July 17th, Assistant U.S. Attorney Gerald Littman entered an appearance as the lawyer representing all the agencies and promptly requested a delay until August 28, 2023 to file a response to the lawsuit, which was instituted on June 12, 2023. We need Americans to release this to us as soon as possible. We cannot continue to lie in the state of emergency. Thanks for supporting the Future News. Again, the Labour Party is drawing closer to victory.